its team's tour of Australia amid claims of sledging, unsportsmanlike behaviour, racism and incompetent umpiring. The man in the eye of the storm is Aussie skipper Ricky Ponting, accused of not playing in the spirit of the game. And late today he spoke exclusively to Channel 9 news reporter Andrew McKinlay.
We have played in a lot of special ones, but yesterday ranks right up there with as good as any win.
Michael Clark, did he earn the quote of the match?
Yeah, I think that's a quote that's going to be remembered for quite a while. He I fielded first or second slip all day, and he was beside me most of the day, and for the last 20 or 30 overs he was basically begging me to give him the bowl, as he always does, and I thought I'd give Pup a go and see how he goes. And when I threw him the ball, he actually said, "Thanks, skipper, I think you've given me just enough time to win us the game." And as it turned out, he got 3 wickets in an over, and we had 8 or 10 minutes up our sleeves, so it was a fairy tale end for him.
Given the controversy surrounding this game, was it a bittersweet victory?
Maybe a little bit. I think probably the whole game's been tainted a little bit by some of the events that have happened after or during and with the hearing after the game. Otherwise, I think this actual game and the first test in Melbourne, apart from the one issue that everyone knows about right at the moment, has been played in very, very good spirits. And if you talk amongst our dressing room and listen to some of the stories that the guys have told from little, chit-chats they've had with the Indian players on the field through the game, it's all been really good, light-hearted stuff.
Reports today, and I understand you heard last night, that there was talk about a boycott or even severing the rest of the tour, going home early, and reports today that the Indians have sat on their bus and considered a formal warning, if you like, that's come out of Mumbai. Does that disappoint you?
Look, they're entitled to do whatever they think is appropriate at the time, but for me that would be a little bit extreme, I must admit. As I said, from what I and the rest of the Australian players can take from the first 2 tests, there's a lot of fun and a lot of enjoyment. Sure that there's been something else in the background here that's happened in this last test that's probably put a sour taste in the couple of the Indian teams' mouths, but I think it's important for all of us to look past that and realise that both India and Australia have got and have had tremendous relations through 100 years of Test cricket, and you'd like to think that one little incident like this wouldn't bring undone all the great work that's been done over a long period of time.
Were 2 deals done between you and Kumble before this series? One, to report racism, we'll talk about that in a minute, but 2, to take people on their word regards catches. Yeah,
contentious catches has always been a bit of a thorn in my side, if you like, with the referral to the third umpire of some of those contentious catches. I, for the last 5 years, or since I've been captain of the Test team, have been trying to get that taken out of the game, because I really think it's a blight on the game. Coming into this series, at the referees' meeting, Anil and I both agreed that we would, as captains, ask the player his immediate reaction to if he thought he caught the ball or not.
Between Harbhajan and Andrew Symonds.
Talk us through the Symonds-Harbhajan incident. Are you aware of Andrew Symonds saying anything beforehand to provoke Harbhajan?
Yeah, they had a chat for about probably 3 or 4 balls leading up to the end of the over.
What did Harbhajan call him?
Oh, I don't think it matters.
No? Did he use the term monkey? And is that brought up?
It's not for me to talk about. It's not for me to talk about.
Does it smack of racism?
Oh, look, I think that's been proven.
Talkback Radio today, the Australian cricket team's are arrogant, and that refusing to walk is tantamount to cheating. What do you think of all this sort of stuff?
What I can gather, you're out there, you're batting. If an umpire gives you not out, you stay. If an umpire gives you out, you go. Look, that's the game of cricket. That's what I think everyone loves about the game. The human element in the game, as far as I'm concerned, is still a huge part of it. And even since this Test match started, there's been lots of talk about introducing new technology or more technology to the game, and I'm always against that. I love the game the way it is, and I'm sure 99% of people playing the game around the world love the game the way it is. So,
big believer in swings and roundabouts, or if I can use an Indian term, karma, when it comes to this game?
Throughout your career, you get some good ones, sometimes you get some bad ones, but that's the game.
Ricky Ponting talking with Andrew McKinlay. And the Indian team says it won't play on until the outcome of an appeal for suspended spinner Harbhajan Singh. Well, she's a mum battling a weighty problem. Tiki Page is constantly harassed for being skinny. We hear a lot